What's going on, guys? My name is Mike. I want to talk about why the Nexus Pro from Adventure Force is really important to our hobby. I'm not super new, but I'm not a veteran of the nerf community. About three and a half, 4 years ago, there was a company down in Newport, Kentucky called Dart Rush that opened up, and they were a pay-to-play arena. $12 would get you 1 hour of play, and you could use any long dart or rival blaster up to 100 feet, or 100 feet per second. So when that happened, I started modifying blasters, and I started with a Nemesis. I thought it was OP, it was going to rule the roost, and I modified it. I put 2 MOSFETs, one for the fire, one for the feed. I put 16 gauge wire all through it, soldered it myself. Then I wanted to build a Hera, so I built a Hera, same thing, MOSFET powered, 16 gauge, LiPo powered Hera. Then I got the urge to build a Nemesis or a Hurricane from Luke at Out of Dart. I bought the kit from him, bought a Zeus from somebody on Amazon or eBay, I don't remember, and I built the blaster, put it together myself, and started playing there. And I got that was my taste into the modding world. I didn't realize it was as big as it was or as prominent as it was. One of the employees there named Dane had an idea that he wanted to start a Monday night league night or elevated play. So we started playing with him on Monday nights, and we had a lot of fun. We played a lot of unique games, we played a lot of strategic games, and it was an absolute blast. And I met some people through that I'm still friends with today, that we decided that we were going to play with Kane. I was very intimidated at first by Kane, by the level of equipment that they had. So when I decided that I was going to play with Kane, I knew that short darts were king. That's what everybody used. That's what everybody had. I didn't know what blasters they had, but I knew they built short darts. So I decided that I was going to build a swordfish, and this is the swordfish that I built. This one, I bought all the pieces. I've got a 31.5 mil metal cage. I've got Kraken motors. It's 3S powered. I've got a MOSFET board on the side. I've got the extended 3D pusher. It's got the adapter. I mean, this is even a real steel Vortex Spark sight. I mean, I built this thing. It's mine. I loved it, and when I sat down and I looked at how much money I spent on this thing, I was in complete shock. And I noticed that gun did really well in QCB, like close quarter combat. There was no, like, that's where it shines. That's where that and the Strife and all those blasters shine. But I was getting beat in the long game. I was getting beat by snipers, if you will. So I bought a Retaliator, and I modified a Retaliator. This one's hitting about 120 feet, 130 feet per second. I'm not going to go into all the specs. It's a generic short dart caliber Retaliator. And I was still getting outgunned. I needed something a little bit more powerful, a little bit stronger, and a little bit more powerful, if you will. So I went out and I was doing some research, and I found some videos from Coop, and I found some other videos, and I found what they call a Jet Ceta. And I bought a Jet Ceta. This particular one I've upgraded with a Prophecy power kit in it. I'm still rocking a 10 kilo spring. I 3D printed a grip for it. It's shooting half darts, and it was where I wanted to be. It was where I wanted to be. But I hated the feed system in it, because when we play with Kane, we use darts that are years old, and they get soft, and the V in the top would catch darts, and I legitimately hated this blaster with the Alpha or the Omni Breach in it, because it would grab short darts. Even Coop mentions that in his video, that if you're using old darts, you don't want to use this blaster. That's why I put the Prophecy in it. So then I figured, if I'm using Prophecy parts and a Ceta, why not build a Prophecy? So I bought all the pieces to build a Prophecy. This has got the big boy spring in it, metal trigger, metal catch. It's got the metal barrel, the worker scar. It's got a little RDS on the top of it. And this thing was awesome. I absolutely love this blaster. Our club limit is 200 feet per second. and I'm hitting 186 to 193 with the spring I have inside cut down, and with this spring I'm hitting about 220 to 230. This spring I know I cannot use a cane unless I've left it in here long enough that it's weakened it a little bit, which was kind of my hope. Then the Nerf community went bonkers when Target announced that they were going to come out with the Dart Zone Pro 1.1 and 1.1. This was a full-fledged, full-service, hobby-grade blaster that you could buy for about 150 bucks. Completely ready to go. Pull it out of the box, put it together, and you're done. This blaster, we thought, was going to change our hobby because you could go to Target, buy a hobby-grade blaster. Then, this is why I made this video, why the Nexus Pro, this blaster, has done it again. This blaster is not the quality that the Ceta is. This blaster is not the quality that the 1.1 is. This blaster is not the quality that the Worker Prophecy is. This blaster shoots hard, shoots full length, shoots half darts for $50, $49.72. And it comes as a single body, so you do not have to worry about maintenance. You do not have to worry about tearing it down. You don't have to worry about any of that. All you have to do is prime the blaster, load the dart, and pull the trigger. That's all you got to do. And this thing's hitting between 111 and 150 feet per second out of the box. This thing is going to get hot. This thing is going to change how people get into our hobby. Instead of having to build a retaliator, instead of spending the money to buy a jet, then modify it, instead of spending $150 on a 1.1, instead of spending $200+ on a worker, or needing to buy a 3D printer for a Talon Claw or Caliburn or any one of the variants thereof, you go to Walmart and you buy this thing for 50 bucks. Then you buy 100 darts for $10, and you can sit around a house and plank with it and get used to it and get comfortable with it, show up at a club and get the hits, man. I mean, this thing is for $50, dude. Come on, I'm not going to review this thing. That's not the point of my video. Drax done it. I'm sure Walcomm's done it. I know Coop's probably going to hit one too, but I'm just saying, for $50 and you get a hobby grade blaster off the shelf at your Walmart, this thing's going to change the way we play. Guys, that's why this blaster is so unique to our hobby. It's so important to our hobby. It's a staple to our hobby, and it's going to change the way people play. It's going to get more people out. It's going to get more people involved, because and think of this. Little Johnny or little Susie goes to Walmart, right? And they buy one of these blasters. It's 50 bucks. It's their birthday. They go, Mommy, I want that one. So they buy them this one, right? They get home. They prime it. They pull the trigger. And this thing just absolutely jaw-dropping performance the first time you pull the trigger. Mom and Dad's going to say, you got to play with that outside, or you got to find a club to play with. Find other people that have these. And it's going to make our hobby grow. And that's the part of this that a lot of people are overlooking, is the level of performance that you're getting out of this blaster. Most people are not going to want in their house. That means that they're going to have to buy it. They're going to have to find somebody to play with. They're going to have to find somebody to go, somewhere to go to shoot these things, to play with these blasters, to shoot the darts. And our hobby is going to grow because of this blaster. Now, with all that being said, I will say the Ceta is better quality. The ZP 1.1 is better quality. The Worker Prophecy is definitely better quality. You can build one of these to hit the same velocity. I'm not downplaying the other ones. This thing is a game changer, and I'm excited to see where it takes our community.